My ex kept canceling my visits, so I brought a notary and caught her lying to the judge. My ex was using a custody loophole to keep our son Tyler away from me. She moved 3 hours away and then told the court I abandoned them because I wasn't visiting enough. The truth was, I kept trying. Every time I drove down, she'd text last minute that something came up, and I'd make the 6-hour round trip for nothing. Tyler's sick. Car broke down. Family emergency. Once I was already halfway there and she wrote, "Don't come, we're at the doctor." I'd still finish the drive because if I turned around, she'd claim I never showed. I'd knock, no answer. I'd call, straight to voicemail. I'd text, "I'm here for pickup," and she'd reply later, "We fell asleep." After a while, the court started to believe her because I couldn't prove she was lying. I was starting to look like the dad who never showed up. My buddy Jake said, "Bro, she's setting you up, but if I stopped trying, she'd use that against me too." So I got smarter and treated it like a job. I started bringing my neighbor Dave with me. Dave is a notary public, and he agreed to come on every scheduled visit. We'd leave early, drive down in my beat-up Honda, split gas, and follow the exact pickup time on the order. I'd ring the bell and wait. When she didn't answer, Dave would write a sworn statement on the spot with the time, the address, what I did, and what happened. He'd stamp it and sign it right there. A few times, she tried to compromise by changing the meetup spot last minute. She'd text, "Meet at the grocery store instead," then never show. I'd stand in the parking lot for 30 minutes, texting updates, while Dave noted every minute. I also started saving my toll receipts and gas receipts because these trips weren't free. My boss wasn't happy. Still, I didn't want this to be just my word plus Dave's, so I bought a $60 dash cam and recorded the whole trip every time. Hours of highway, the exits, her apartment complex, her white Toyota sitting in the lot, me ringing the doorbell at 3 on the dot, and me leaving polite voicemails while standing on her porch like an idiot. It felt awful to watch, but it was real proof. I saved each video in a folder by date and wrote a short note like, "No answer," or "Canceled at 2:52. Then I noticed her weak spot. She couldn't stop posting online. On days she claimed Tyler was too sick to see me, she'd post Instagram stories at Dave & Buster's with Tyler and her new boyfriend Marcus. One weekend she told me her car wouldn't start. I drove down anyway, and her story showed a baseball game. Another time she texted me at 1:45 that Tyler had a bad stomach flu. At 2:15, her story showed Tyler eating pizza at Chuck E. Cheese. The pattern was the same every time. Cancel me, then do something fun, then act innocent. She'd even post little single mom quotes later that night, like she was the only parent who showed up. I screenshotted those too. I started screenshotting everything with timestamps before it disappeared. At home, I kept a spreadsheet with the date and our scheduled pickup time. I wrote her excuse and what she did instead with the screenshots right next to it. After 3 months, I had 12 notarized statements, hours of dashcam footage, and 47 screenshots showing the same pattern. She'd cancel on me, then take Tyler somewhere with Marcus, and later tell the court I didn't bother to visit. When my lawyer saw my folder, he said, "This is the cleanest documentation I've ever seen." Court day came quick. She walked in wearing a conservative dress, hair in a tight bun, acting like the struggling single mom who does everything alone. She told the judge I never make an effort, that I'm unreliable, and that Tyler barely knows me. The judge looked sympathetic at first. Then my lawyer handed over our packet. The judge flipped through Dave's notarized statements, then watched dashcam clips with the timestamp on screen, then looked at the matching Instagram posts from the same days. Page after page, it showed me at her door right on time, and her at the movies, a baseball game, and a water park with Tyler and Marcus right after she canceled. The judge's face changed. He held up one screenshot and asked her, "You texted the father that Tyler was sick, and 30 minutes later, you posted this?" She went quiet. Her lawyer stopped writing. The judge said she had been blocking my visits and lying, and that it could be a crime to interfere with custody like this. Then he ordered immediate 50-50 custody, starting that week, and told her she had to pay my legal fees and reimburse my wasted gas money, $2,400 total. He also ordered her to take a co-parenting class before the next review. My ex just sat there staring at the table while the clerk read the new schedule out loud.